Good day. I am Colleen C. Gabriel from BSC 1-10, and I am the first member in our group to report about global demography. So first, let's look with our objectives. It is to define global demography, what is the connection of globalization to demography, and how does global demography works. Now, let's first identify what is demography. Demography is the study of human population, their size, compositions, and distribution across space, and the process through which population change. Demography is the study of human populations, and predominantly we are interested in studying how the size, compositions, and the distribution over space changes over time. We do this by looking at factors such as fertility, mortality, and migration, which are the three pillars of demography. Demography is important because it allows us to understand past trends, but also plan for future developments of society. In addition, we link the study of fertility, mortality, and migration to other aspects of social development. This goes from studying anything related to population aging and the constitution pension systems to how policies influence fertility and behavior. For example, how migration changes the social economic fabric of society. While we are discussing about demography, there is this mentioned three pillars. It is the fertility, the mortality, and migration. So first, what is fertility? It indicates the product or output of reproduction. In other words, it is the birth. So in global demography, the number of birth is being counted. The second one is mortality, the frequency of death in population. If the fertility is the birth, mortality is the death. This is the opposite of fertility. Not just the birth are being counted, but also the mortality. And the third one will be discussed by Miss Parrot.
Good day, I'm Geneva C. Parrot ng Group 5, and my topic is migration. Migration is the movement of people from one place to the other to stay on for a considerable period of time for various reasons as known as migration. Migration is about moving to different countries or states permanently or temporarily. Globally, 191 million people lives in country other than the one in which they were born. Next is demographic focus. This is the typically focused on 5 aspects. First is size of the population in the world. Next is geographic distribution. It is a typically measure of population in relation to land area. Composition. It is a number of people who can be identified according to a certain characteristics. The components of change. Changes of birth, death, and migration. Determinants of change. Changes in population size can be predicted based on changes in fertility, mortality, and migration rates.
Hi everyone, it's me, Ansi Cruto. I'm here to enlighten your knowledge about the impact of globalization on the evolution of the demographic phenomenon. The globalization of the world's economy has an impact on all humans and environmental system. Many of these effects are favorable, such as poverty alleviation, the reduction numbers of hungry and homeless individuals. But there are also negative consequences, particularly for environmental system. As a result of a rising and more affluent populations, increased demand for natural resources.
Hello everyone, I am Carl Cedric Pilaeno and I am here to discuss the demographic model of globalization. Globalization has also its own demographic model. First are the swift increase of individuals. Second, the mobility from the rural areas. And from the farming lifestyle to the urban areas, which are closer linked to global trends with respect to food, market, fashion, and leisure. Swift increase of individuals, meaning to say, these are the quick increase of birth within a country or in a specific area that sometimes it can be caused a overpopulation. Mobility from the rural area. Rural area, these are the areas that has a small count of populations. And if we say mobility from the rural area, there are the changes happens in the rural areas. And what are these changes? These are the people in this area are living their farming lifestyle. Then they meant to be work at the factories, offices, and even malls that are built within the rural areas. So these rural areas are becoming the urban areas. Then there's a possibility that the population in this specific area are become increased. So we can say that the rural areas can be developed as urban areas. Then if it is happen, it can be acknowledged as global trends that connects with the globalizations. And it is sadly to say that in order to have development, we have to sacrifice our environment.
Hi, it's me again, Ansi Cruto, and let's move on to global demography benefits. When we say benefit, it is a something that produces good or helpful results or effects. And in global demography, this provides specific information about population, like their age, gender, family status, race, income, and social class. A corporation can dig down into its ideal customer group using this information.
My name is Raymar P. Rodrin from BSc 110 and my topic is population an important factor in globalization? Population change influence the movement of people, product, and investment capital among countries. Favorable changes in population age structure also have positive influence on economic growth. Yes, for me, population is important in globalization, but there are positive and negative impact. First is manpower. One of the benefits of surging population growth means that the country can conscript more people into its armed forces and should be in a better position to protect itself. On the other hand, the nation can put the extra manpower to develop and build infrastructure to ensuring that they all pay tax on time, thereby ensuring that they get more in terms of tax receipt. Second is labor market. With more skilled manpower being available, there should be no shortage of essential manpower across various industries. More to the point, the government would be able to utilize this ready-made manpower across various industry verticals. With cheap labor being available, companies should be able to save big by hiring the same. Third is large market. Companies would be more keen to invest in a market with a large population. A large enough population means a brand new market, and what's more, most of the funds that this company invests are often used for local infra projects. Here are some of the negative impact. First is essential supplies. With the population set to increase further over the next few years and even double in 50 years. It is expected that several nations would face widespread famine. Furthermore, the current supply would come under additional pressure as demand outstrips the supply. This is going to lead to chaos, riots, and even an acute surge of essential food supplies. Second is resources. Ever since the Earth came into being, our resources have been limited. We do not have infinite resources, and even the supply of fish in the ocean front are falling drastically. Given how most fishing companies use trawlers and fish large amount of the same without thought to how to replenish the ocean. And at the current rate of growth, it is but a matter of time before we run out of resources. Just like example nito ay yung sa West Philippine Sea, no? Ewan ko kung totoo nga yun na 'di ba maraming population sa China kaya nagpunta sila dito para mangisda rin kasi naubusan na rin sila ng resources sa kanila. Third is poverty. As a result of overpopulation, there are going to be more homeless and unemployed people than before. This is going to be result in more citizens being affected by poverty and no longer having access to even the most basic of facilities such as clean drinking water. Yun, no, habang dumadami tayo, ang daming ring dumadami na walang trabaho, mga homeless at pag-alagala lang ng mga bata. These are some of the positive and negative impacts of population. This is exactly why governments must re-educate their people and provide them with basic facilities as well as help them understand why it is important to regulate population in both. That will be the end of our reporting. Thank you for listening and have a good day.